G'day trendsetters, I'm Brutalizer. Today we're going to look at Mutant Mayhem. You go in there, you get a few catalyst shards, so we'll go in, have a look at it, and we're going to do the expert difficulty. I don't really need these at all, but figure it's good to sort of show people who don't really know much about the game what's going on. So we're going to take in right, so we're going to take in Nick, Ultron, Angela, Cap and Emma. I think they're all a little bit too strong for this, but I need to rip this video out pretty quick. So it's mainly just to show you guys what the rewards are. So let's get into it. They're actually way too strong for this, but anyway. So we'll rip through, take out Colossus first. Those who haven't got Perry set up already, do yourself a favour and get it done, because makes life a hell of a lot easier. I remember when I first started this game, a lot of my fellow Alliance members had it and I didn't, and you know, they were able to rip through Arena and all the rest a lot easier than I was. You certainly really do notice a difference, but anyway. Right, Iceman next. It's funny how Ultron can get frostbite considering he's a machine. That doesn't really make a great deal of sense to me. Next up, Wolverine. Ultron's a pretty handy character too. If you don't have him, he's quite handy. He's obviously immune to bleed and poison, and he puts off a bleed himself, and he also regenerates at 25 and 50 when he sort of falls down to those levels, which he regenerates 25% of his health. So it's always handy for that kind of thing. Alright, next up, Cyclops. This really is quite an unfair match, but like I said before, I'm kind of pressed for time and want to get a video out for you guys, so promise is a promise. Alright, Magneto. I won't take Ultron in because Magneto can obviously manipulate steel. Emma smashed him, no worries at all. I really don't like fighting this guy. He's a little bit painful, Nightcrawler. Haven't really yet worked out a strategy for him not to be a pain in the ass. So if somebody knows some sort of synergy or something that just obliviates this guy, please let me know in the comments. So I hate him. Between him and Spider-Man, probably the two worst characters I find to fight. There we go, he's down. And we'll just quickly rip through and do the other side. Now we'll have a look at the rewards first. So what do we got? We got 450 shards. Or fragments, sorry. It's probably the better word for it. Wouldn't be surprised if we get ambushed on this side. Normally doing these events somewhere. Up against Rogue. Well, that didn't really work out. Did the same thing yesterday actually. Went to fire off a heavy while they were doing a special and it didn't come through. But anyway, live and you learn, don't you? Alright, Cyclops again. Get some more energy and we're away. Cyclops' specials, considering he's such a shitty champion, they still pump out a fair amount of damage. They are quite easy to parry or evade or whatever, but he can pump out a fair bit of damage for what he is. A lot of people don't like him, but I think if you had a fight where you needed high damage output, he'd probably be the guy for the job. X23, one of my personal faves. Regen and bleed, and which pumps out a fair amount of damage as well. Not really such a heavy hitter, but the bleed makes up for that. Hate it when the game freezes like that. You sort of don't know where you are and hoping that the move you went to make works out. Sometimes it doesn't, but anyway. Deadpool action. Might take someone else in actually. Take Angela for a run. Alright, Deadpool's out. These events actually aren't that bad for gold either. They're, you know, for what you're actually doing, they're not too bad. And I mean, you can rip through this easy with a 4-star roster. You don't really need 5 and 6 stars like I've got in here today, but I'm pretty sure there's certain people out there that can do it with 2 stars. Actually seen a fight the other day. It was a 1-star Hulk up against a 6-star, I can't remember the character, but yeah, 1-star Hulk just ripped through this fight. Took a little while, but it was unbelievable to watch. But we didn't get ambushed. I'm a little bit surprised by that. Right, Nightcrawler again. The dexterity on him is crazy. It's crazy. Alright, so all up, we got 1,500 fragments in total, which isn't too bad, plus a couple of basics and a bit of gold. So if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, unlucky for me, and I'll see you next time.